give it a second. My thing still says it's buffering. Hey, here we go. We're live today, guys. We're live, yeah.
We are alive. This is true, despite the best efforts of everybody around. Oh, your camera turned off on Discord. Whatever, not a big deal. I'll just watch the stream.
Heck. Yeah, it's not letting me do it anymore, so, you're just gonna have to deal. We'll figure it out next week or something.
Yeah, maybe we'll try it some more tonight, try to figure this out. But yeah, how's it feel to be on the computer, Heather?
Yeah, guys, so you remember that long-ass 6-hour stream where we were building a PC, and still a while after that we still weren't using the PC? Well, we finally figured out the problem, got it fixed, got an operating system on this, and I am now streaming to you live from my own handmade PC. I want to give a special thank you to Emerald Spencer in the chat. I can see him right there. He's the one that put together the parts list and helped me through this very, very grueling affair. He saw sides of me I don't want anyone else to see ever again. But we're here. We're just here. What, kitty? Hold on. Someone wants to say hello. Say hello. It's Knife. She wanted to say hello. Knife has been going through quite a bit recently. We had a lot of behavioral problems, peeing on the carpet mostly, but also she stopped grooming, so I took her to the vet. Turns out she has diabetes and a UTI. Wonder how that happened. But she's on medication, insulin, and a very strict diet now. So we think she's gonna be okay, and I'm gonna take her to a groomer. She's gonna feel like a whole new woman. Also, Indeed. She might be old. Lots of white hairs. I thought you were 2.
Hey, Heather, you ready to tackle some of this chat?
Oh, yeah. So what are people saying?
Oh, my gosh. So what do you think about this adventure that Honey Drop the Unicorn went on?
Honey, what opioids are you on? We haven't even started drinking yet.
And Battleship Agincourt says, I nominate Princess Heather Blossom to take the vacant Supreme Court seat. I can only imagine how much Bronny would hate that. Well, I don't know if I would hate that. Heather, can you at least be consistent in your decision making and respect the Constitution of the United States?
I'm gonna have to reread it, but sure.
Okay, if you can do that, you're already a million times better than that woman was. So,
yes,
good job.
It's all coming together. Also, let's not get political. This is my stream, not a fucking political debate. All right, kitty, time to go into the bed.
Alrighty then. Let's see here.
Take a nap. So now we're gonna get back to our bowl cut Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah. Emerald Spencer says it wasn't just the 6.5 hour stream. There was also the 10 hours of troubleshooting after the fact. So tell us, while you're crocheting here, tell us some of the stories of putting this computer together, Heather. We went through some crap.
Yeah, so the power supply worked fine and everything would light up, but then we put in the graphics card and then nothing. We tried to display to a monitor, nothing, so we thought it was the graphics card. We sent that out, got a new graphics card sent in. It wasn't that, so it obviously wasn't the graphics card. So we just rewired and replugged and did a whole bunch of shit until we realized it was because some of the RAM sticks were dead. So I sent those RAM sticks back and told them, hey, give me brand new RAM sticks, and they did. We plugged that in, it worked, but then we're like, oh fuck, we need an operating system, Windows. And I'm like, okay, I'll download it at work. No, you have to be an administrator to do this. Fuck! Try to go to the library. Boss came be too late at work, so I couldn't go to the library. We got help from a guy that we knew in the neighborhood who was like, oh yeah, come to my job and use my computer. That computer sucked, and then I had to use a receptionist computer, but then I finally got fucking Windows on that shit. And here we are.
I find your anger amusing.
Yeah, 'cause you're a dick.
Clayton says, hey Heather.
Yo, what is up, Clayton?
Honey Drop says, hugs to Knife. Buckin says, has Knife clawed or destroyed anything in your house?
She likes to claw the couch sometimes, but other than that, I think she broke a teacup once.
Alright. Clayton says he's going to make a Maho Shonen series because he can.
That's cool. I would do that. I'm watching a new anime right now called The Promised Neverland. Like, that came out, that released last year, but I just got to watching it right now randomly. I was watching Netflix while I did my nails. Halfway through it, dude, that fucking shit's psychologically thrilling.
Tell us about that show.
So it's like Chicken Run, but it's with anime kids, and they just like, well, they didn't know at first, and they were like, yeah, happy orphanage. But then it's like, oh no, they're just feeding us to things for food. We should get out of here. And then the whole season's just that.
Geez, so how many episodes is it?
It's 12 episodes in just the first season, you know.
Okay, are there more seasons to watch?
Season 2 isn't coming out until next year, because, you know, everything. But yeah, there's gonna be a season 2.
Did you binge that whole thing today?
Only half of it. God, listen.
I'm sorry, I missed that detail.
You always miss the details.
Well, I'm listening to you and reading the stream at the same time. I apologize.
I will kill you.
Ahsoka Tano is here to teach us the ways of the Jedi and says, "Yo, what's up?"
I am a Sith and I'm offended.
Ooh, throwing down the gauntlet.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this: Ahsoka Tano is the best Star Wars character.
People like her.
Yeah. I need me some Ahsoka Tano movies.
I need General Grievous movies. Yeah, he's my favorite.
Nah, General Grievous isn't really any good.
Well, you're ugly and you don't know that. You're stupid.
How dare you call me ugly? I knew you were lying to me.
See, I can't make any jokes at your expense because then you do this shit.
Oh, like you don't do the exact same thing.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you heard me.
Oh, I see how it is, bitch. You want to throw down? You're not ready to throw down, Bronny. Let me tell you that.
I'll take you and your fancy blue bird shirt.
You're just jealous. This is a really nice shirt. It does have little spots on it, though. But it's okay. Get a tie pin on that. It's little white spots. I don't know what they're from. So, you know, now it's a bedtime shirt. It's a very fancy bedtime shirt.
Yep. Ahsoka Tano says Ahsoka Tano for life. Megan says Ahsoka for the win. And Buckin says asks me if my hand is healed. Yeah, it's healed, but it's got a scar, and the scar is raised a bit, and it hasn't gotten its pigment. It hasn't gotten its pigment back yet. So I've got to keep it out of the sun, because if it burns, if I get a sunburn on my hand, it's going to be really bad for that scar.
Ew.
And I've been applying silicone to it and wearing silicone patches, because that stuff apparently makes scars go away. And I've actually been seeing some good results from it. That was a suggestion that Heather told me about, because apparently Heather's sister used some of this stuff after a C-section and the scars went away.
Yeah, they looked really good after that, because I remember seeing them with still stitches in, like my stomach dropped. I was just like, oh. But, you know, after the treatment shit, it actually looked pretty alright. So
how long did she do the treatment for, Heather? Do you know?
I really don't remember. Like I said, that was her last baby, which was Benjamin, and Benjamin's coming on 2 or 3 soon.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to be wearing these silicone patches for at least a few months.
Yeah, you know, you're going to see my family for Christmas. I'll have them take a look at it and see what they think.
Yeah. And apparently there's some other stuff that's like you got to get it off Amazon and it's super expensive. But that according to everybody I've read up on, they say that stuff works really good. I just don't want to spend $40 on a canister.
I get it, but you know, you just gotta think to yourself, like, is it worth it? Am I that vain?
But yeah, right on schedule. A month after it happened, I've started grip training, and I have been drilling with my one-handed swords to try to, you know, shake the rust back off, and hopefully that never happens again.
Yeah, like I'd say now I'm quite comfortable with you using it now. You know what I was thinking the other day in the car? I should have a blue knife.
A blue knife?
Yeah, because I already have a rainbow pink one, but I want a blue one now.
Okay, well, it's always good to have more tools. You know, like you know that I carry, you know, several tools, and I got one for the car, and one for the desk, and one for the kitchen, and one for my bag, and one for my other bag.
I just want another one to match my outfit.
I will find you a blue knife. We'll go shopping later tonight.
Shopping.
Yeah, we'll go shopping after the stream.
Oh, I forgot to ask them. I suppose it does. It's self. Like I was gonna ask if they could hear you. I assume they can because no one's pointing out. Hey, we can't hear Bronny.
Yeah, hopefully.
That or they just don't care. They're like, yeah, fuck, it's just Bronny.
Yeah,
shit.
I'm assuming, because Battleship Agincourt said something along the lines of "screw me," or I don't know. He either censored himself, or oh no, he retracted the message. But I don't think he liked what I had to say about that Supreme Court justice that died.
Yeah, well, it probably wasn't in the best of tastes.
Whatever. I mean, just because she's dead doesn't mean I have to respect her policies. Let's see here. Emerald says, "Wow, your neighbors are partying hard."
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Let's see here. How's your crocheting going so far?
Pretty good, but I forgot I needed to link my stream everywhere, so I'm doing that.
I already posted it to Twitter.
Psh, that's not enough. I have a whole bunch of Discord servers it needs to go into.
Okay. I'll take care of it in mine.
That's what I always do.
One less thing that you have to copy.
Oh god, I'm in one that has a political corner.
Alright, let's see here. Buckin wants to know if you have any scars, Heather.
You know, a while ago I would have said no, but I actually do because I keep forgetting about it. As a child, I had a little accident. When I was a little kid, I saw my brothers climb up onto the couches and jump off over and over again. And my mom, it was funny. I saw them do that, and just as my mom was saying, "Hey, stop that! If your sisters see you doing that, they're gonna do it too." It was right as I climbed up and jumped off.
Oh, frick.
And so I cracked my head on our brick fireplace. Like right about here. It was pretty bad. I remember crying, sitting in bed and holding something to my head, and my mom was so mad. She was just like, "You did this to yourself. I'm not even gonna take you to the hospital." Something like that.
Oh, what the frick?
I lived. I was like, I don't care how mad you are. You probably should have taken me to a fucking hospital.
Well, I mean, yeah. You can also check it for any symptoms, but yeah, if you're bleeding, then at least I hope she gave you some sort of treatment.
I don't remember. Like I said, I was really young, but that's what I remember her saying. And I looking back, I'm like, that was fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
I was toddler years. You can't blame me for that shit.
There was a lot of times when she probably should have taken you to a hospital and didn't. Didn't you break a collarbone one time?
Oh yeah, when I was about 12, I was riding my bike, swerving around, and I fell off. And it really hurt, but I wasn't sure what was wrong, so I rolled back, with my bike on the side crying. My mom was saying I was being a baby, but it was so painful, I couldn't put a shirt on, I couldn't lay down, and if I laid down, I couldn't get up because it hurt that bad, and I stayed out of school for 3 days, and on the third day is when she took me to the hospital. They took a look at me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, clean-cut fracture, she broke her collarbone," and she was just like... And apparently that was the thing that, now anytime if we told her any little thing, she would take us to the hospital. So yeah, she does not have great judgment.
Nope. Oh geez, that's a rough thing. Let's see here. Buckin also wants to know if you've ever tried throwing stars.
Throwing stars? I would like to do that. I'm really good at them in Warframe. My PC is booted up with the best stuff, so I can play vid games.
By the way, I sent Silver Quill your Destiny rant, and he loved it.
Yeah!
Because he was talking to me about Destiny, and oh, show you
It's
something
like,
that Heather
hold on,
did.
fast forward.
Does he agree?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I get it.
Wait, would Silver Quill also sleep with the robots?
No, that part I don't think he got. I probably should have teased him about that part more, but I doubt
Silver
he
Quill
got to
would
that
totally
part.
sleep with the robots. I know it.
He likes the robots. I'm validated.
Yes, you
I'm
are
validated, guys. That was bullshit, and you know it. Silver Quill agreed. Get that on tape that he said that.
Well, he just texted it to me, but okay.
Okay, let's see here. Phantom Knight says vote Heather Blossom for president.
I do not want to be president.
Let's see here. Would you like to be Vice President?
Vice president? Well,
Yes,
yeah.
Rice President, the president of Rice.
I don't like rice that much.
All right.
So let's go. But yeah, you know, my traumatizing childhood and video game rants aside.
Mm-hmm. It looks like that strip of hair you're working on is coming along nicely.
Yeah, how about we finish this so I can just sew it on?
All right, let's see what the chat is saying. Everybody's calling out to Sweetie, who is not here at the moment.
Yeah, she's doing her own thing.
Buckin wants to know what the worst injury I've ever had is, and that's like a four-way tie. Are we sure we want to hear all of these stories?
Yeah, I got time.
Okay, so let me see if I can even remember all of them. Let me see. Most of them come from when I was a teenager. Let's see here. When I was 15, I was riding a bike. I was working. I was like writing a book. I was on the computer. I was writing a book, and my older brother comes up and upstairs, and he's like, and this is exactly what he says to me. He says, "Get off the electric heroin and do something with your life," which means I'm no longer allowed to be on the computer for the day, or he's gonna beat the frick out of me. So I decided to just, save my progress, and I was gonna go ride my bike a few miles down the road to see one of my friends. And along the way, they were repaving one of the roads, and I'm flying down this hill. Heather, remember when I took you to that place called the station?
Yes.
We got hot chocolate there. It was like a kind of like a log cabin looking convenience store.
Yeah, you got me candy there.
Yeah, so I would, that big frick off hill we had to go down in order to get to that place. That's where I was riding the bike,
Oh.
and they were repaving the road at the time, and so it's all gravel, and I'm flying down this thing. I'm probably going 20 miles an hour in a baseball cap, which then flies off my head, and I get frustrated. And I say, son of what? And I slam on the brakes to stop myself sooner so I can go back and go and get my hat. Completely forgetting that inertia is a thing. So the bike stops. I keep going forward at 20 miles an hour down a 45-degree angle gravel hill. I freaking flipped right over my handlebars, dragged my forehead and my forearm across the gravel for a few feet. I don't know exactly how far, but it was a while. Rolled a whole bunch, and then the bike came up and hit me in the back of the head and cut up the back of my head really good. I'm very surprised I don't have a scar from that.
I'm surprised you even had hair after that.
Come again?
I'm surprised you had hair after that.
Oh, and I was 15, so I had really good hair. So I'm messed up in the middle of the road, and I was laying there for a few seconds, like trying to summon the strength to get back up on my feet. So I'm like, okay, and I hear a car coming up the hill. I'm like, okay, maybe they just saw me beef it. Maybe they'll stop and help me. the car gets closer, and this is what I hear. You okay? Or let me try that. Let me try that effect one more time. It was like, "You okay, bro?" Like that, just real quick, fading off into the distance, asking me if I'm okay. I'm like, okay. So I get back up. I get back up, and I pick up the bike, and the whole thing was messed up. The brake lines were busted. The chain was off. Something else was broken about it, but I couldn't ride it. So I turned the thing around, and I walked for like a mile, because that's where the closest house was. I walked for like a mile, in the blazing summer heat, dripping blood. And I found this lady who was just happened to be coming home from grocery shopping and was unloading her car. And I'm like, hey, can I borrow your phone? Called my brother. She's like, do you need an ambulance? I'm like, nah, I'm fine. I mean, I know I got a bloody arm, but I'm fine. My older brother came and picked me up and took me home, and was like, yo, we need to get you to a hospital. I'm like, why? I'm fine. And he makes me look in the mirror, and I look like I just crawled out of a zombie movie. Heather, I am so just screwed. Like I looked like Harvey Dent, Heather.
Oh my god, that would have been funny.
Yeah. So I went to the hospital and and then I looked like a mummy, and I had staples in the back of my head. And I was completely out of commission for like a month. So what else did I do? When I was 16, I was doing a short film with my friends, and we were filming a fight scene. And in the fight scene, one of the characters picked up my pair of sais, and he did the choreography wrong, and one of the sais went through my hand. So that one was pretty bad. There was another time I was doing choreography with those sais, and I had to do a back roll to recover from a stunt fall, and one of the prongs of the sais dragged up on my rib cage and cut that pretty good. What else did I do? I've been hit by a couple of cars for stunts. Those didn't result in injuries, surprisingly. Let's see, what else happened? There was a time I developed Paget-Schroeder syndrome. Did I ever tell you about that, Heather?
There was a thing where like your arm got really, really big, right?
Yeah. So for those that don't know, Paget-Schroeder syndrome is what happens when an artery somewhere in your body takes damage, and then it has to heal itself. But in order to heal itself, it has to form a clot. But a blood clot in your artery is an extremely dangerous thing, because it could come dislodged and then get into your lungs or get into your heart and get into your brain and kill you. So what it does in the meantime, before it does that, is it's stuck in your artery, blocking off circulation. So the blood is going into the limb, but it's not coming out, it's not coming out very fast, resulting in the limb swelling up and turning red. And so I had been doing judo for a few months at this point, and you take a lot of hits to the underarm where you have a lot of arteries in judo. So I formed that clot, and I woke up one morning just looking like Hellboy, and I thought it was a muscular disparity. Like I just thought that, I'm like, oh man, the strength difference between my right arm and my left arm has gotten really out of hand. So I went up to my father, the bodybuilder and the boxer, and I said, hey father, how do I fix this? He goes, that doesn't look right. My mother comes in the room, sees me, and goes, oh my God, we are taking you to the hospital. And then I was out of the game and on blood thinners for 3 months, which, according to the doctors up there, was the fastest recovery from Paget-Schroeder syndrome they had ever seen. They were like, yeah, I've never seen anybody. They went looking for the clot three months later and couldn't find it. Numerous ultrasounds, MRIs, all kinds of tests. They couldn't find the clot.
Arm an ultrasound.
So they're like, it's gone. You're good. and but we've never seen that happen in anything under 6 months before. They expected me to be on blood thinners for a year. So there was that.
There's been
and
a
then
lot
there
of
was-
stuff wrong with you medically.
Come again?
You've had a lot of medical emergencies in your life.
This is
Ongoing.
fairly average,
How is that
especially for
average?
somebody who does combat sports. I mean, if you're an athlete at all, if anything, combat sports are some of the safer ones. If you're an athlete at all, you're way more prone to injuries.
My brother Alexander was a kid in football and a kid in wrestling and a kid that did a lot of shit that you do. And he has not been to the hospital as many times as you have, and he's in the military.
People in the military don't go to the hospital. They get told to suck it up and get back out there.
Oh my god, my poor brother. My poor
let's see
Bronny.
here.
What the fuck, Bronny?
And then there was, of course, the time that I got super depressed in my early 20s, and looking back on it, it may have very well been a suicide attempt, but it was the dumbest suicide attempt ever. That's where I just, beat the crap out of myself and then lost the ability to function physically as an athlete for several years, which is why I wear the blazer now. So, and then there's this cut that I got on my hand. So between all that, I'm not sure which is the one that was the worst.
Yeah, I think I've gone over my worst injuries with you guys. Like, I cannot recall another time where I've had to be, well, I should have been rushed directly to a hospital. No one ever believes me when I'm in pain, Bronny.
I do, Heather.
That's good. Finally, someone.
Honey Drop the Unicorn says, many years ago, my mom bought corn dogs and one of them had a condom in it.
Well, you should have sued. That's an STD risk right there. Was it used or was it new? Was it in the
God.
packaging? There's a lot of questions to answer here.
Yeah. Buckin wants to know if I would ever want to do a Buck to the Face with Looney Turtle. Yes, certainly. He's amazing.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny. I love him.
Megan McGonigal is still waiting for a collaboration between you and Silver Quill.
You and Silver Quill or me and Silver Quill?
You and Silver Quill.
I'm not gonna ask him. What am I gonna do with him?
Yeah, I don't know. It'd probably be hilarious though.
Oh yeah, it'd be great. It'd be wonderful. I'd do a lot of stuff. It'd be funny.
Pristine says, hey Heather, did I ever tell you about the time that I literally ran into George Bush Sr. When I was 5?
I saw your tweet about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
Megan McGonigal says, I have a scar on the side of my left forefinger from when I was a baby.
Here's my little book.
Oh my
Emerald
god,
Spencer
knife is
says
right
that me in this
underneath me
call,
and I
you
didn't
skipped
notice.
the best parts of the story. Okay, I don't know what part of the bike story I possibly skipped, but he can tell me about it later, I guess. Buckin says, is it silly that I once broke my ankle by pushing a chair?
Depends. Like, there's a lot that could have gone wrong there.
Deckard Spade says, I see purple.
Deckard, I think you should lay down.
I think he's talking about the stuff that you're crocheting.
Oh, yes. Hold on, I'm trying to keep count.
Trent Girone says hello.
Yo.
Let's see. Buckin wants to know if you think you could break boards like
Could
they
I?
do in karate.
That'd be you to answer that, Bronny.
I think you could do it. You've got the strength for it.
Whatever you say. There you have it, kids. All I need to know is the technique.
Yep. Pine is too easy though, Heather. I'm gonna get you oak. and you need to break it against the grain.
You're gonna make me have no feelings in my hands, and then what am I supposed to do with them, Bronny?
I don't know. But you'll have bones that you'll have these amazing strong bones that can't be broken and will be so dense that you'll lose your ability to swim.
I kind of prefer to keep my ability to swim. We need to work on that with you.
I suppose we do.
Like, I'll do my best, but I don't think you're kind of heavy. I don't know if I could save you.
Honeydrop says, Brawny, how are you still alive? You know something, I have no idea myself. Divine intervention, most likely.
And you must have a purpose.
Yep. And let's see here. Pristine says, I have a scar on my eyebrow as a result of my eye surgery. You can't see it unless I frown and point at it. You see, I think scars only count if you can see them without pointing them out.
My scar you can see if I brush my hair a certain way and reveal my tiny bald spot where it is. But yeah, most of the time it's covered by my hair. If I part my hair right in the center, I could find it.
Oh, let's see here. Honeydrop says Ecum Bokum, and I have no idea what that means.
Next one.
Oh, let's see here. Fucking
Oh,
5
wait.
is... Oh, what's going on, Heather?
I think I was on the wrong part of my pattern. Silly me.
Oh, no.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's easy to go
Okay.
back. The next phases were like exactly the same, so I don't even have to go back that far. So I went.
Ah, okay.
I did the 3, and I just gotta do one more. Yeah.
Buckin5 is telling us about his osteoporosis and says, I was in my bedroom pushing a chair to one of the corners of the bedroom, and my ankle made a snapping sound and gave out from under me.
Ew, that's bad.
Bones got to be stronger than that. We got to get you your calcium and your magnesium, Buckin5.
My mom gave, like, when she did that drive-by, when she came by my house and just dropped me off a big care package, she gave me some biotin and some calcium supplements to take with breakfast, and I've been taking them ever since, but I'm out of calcium. She also gave me prenatal pills, and I was just like, Mom, you know I'm not pregnant, right? And she's like, I know that, but they're, excuse me, they'll be good for you. And I'm like, pretty sure they're not, because I Googled it, and it's like, nah, it can have bad side effects on you if you're not actually pregnant. And I'm like, Mom, I'm not going to use these. But, you know, she wouldn't listen to me, so I just gave them away to someone else and told her, like, yep, I took them, Mom. That's the best you can do with her.
Oh, let's see here. Emerald Spencer says, I skipped the part of the bike story where I talked about how I didn't feel the injuries until I had showered the blood off. Yes, I did kind of gloss over that part. They didn't feel bad, really. No, what happened was that because my head was bleeding the whole time, when I washed the blood out of my head, I lost a lot of blood all at the same time, and that caused me to get lightheaded. And B, how I didn't feel it when my head got stapled, but that I thought went without saying. Let's see here. Buckin wants to know if I would ever want to cut cardboard or wood or something else with one of my swords just for fun. I do that all the time, or at least I did. Up to a certain point, and part of the reason I have this scar on my hand now is because I got rusty. Let's see here. Honeydrop says, I can't wait for Hogwarts Legacy to come out. I'm going to get the PS5 when I do. How are you going to buy a whole console just for one game?
Yeah, you should ask me that same question. I got an Xbox 360 for Halo 3.
Just give it a little bit of time. It'll probably get ported to Steam.
No, I mean, I think in recent years that's more common, but, well, at least back in my case, Halo was an Xbox exclusive. It's only going to be there, and still to this day, Halo is a very popular franchise that you can't get any of the previous games for much of a discount, honestly. There's some games where like they're like, nope, this is our game.
Let's see here. All right, how are you coming along, Heather?
Almost done.
I just popped my hips. That hurt.
We gotta get you to a chiropractor.
Yeah. I was working out with my friends earlier today, and like everybody was snapping and popping, and one of us has injured his hamstring earlier this week, and another one of us has something going on with his chest and shoulder muscles that I want to make sure I know exactly 100% what that is before I assign him any
That's all
upper
yours.
body exercises, lest I
You can lay there.
aggravate it.
It's okay.
Bucket wants to know what that water is that he's hearing.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
tank.
my fish tank. I've got my my golden boy over there. Look at him go.
Deckard Spade says Destiny wouldn't exist if there wasn't that exclusivity, but recent years it's been whatever fits. Still, Master Chief is an Xbox mascot.
Yeah.
How's it going, sweetie? How are you doing today?
It's going alright. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. My back isn't hurting me as much as it usually does. Had a nice workout today, but I've eaten too much.
I wish I could eat a lot. Spaghetti.
Yep. Let's see here. Have any of us had a Tempur-Pedic bed before?
I have like a memory foam bed. I don't think it's Tempur-Pedic brand, but
Hmm.
yeah. I had to because it's the only way to get a bed that's thin but also supportive.
Oh, I see why we did it like that.
Yeah, I've had one of those, and that sucker ruined my back. But that might have also been the sleeping on the floor.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that might do it.
Yeah, sleeping in my car probably wasn't the greatest idea either.
Yeah, that too.
Can't do that stuff. Where are my needles for sewing?
Let's see here. Spencer wants to know, does your camera have enough cable slack to show off the PC to the stream?
Let's look and see. No, my Black Panther figure. Yeah. See, this is the shiny dud.
Ooh,
Shiny.
and also
All
your
I'm seeing
bras.
is your legs.
Oh, well, sorry. My bad. Don't look at my bras. But you can like see the inside from here. You can see the little.
God, that is a giant tower.
Yeah, it is. But it was
Like
able to
I didn't realize how big that thing was. Holy heck.
down. Down. Don't look at my bras.
No, I mean maybe I'm the pervert, but like because I was looking through the camera, and because it was so black, like that wasn't where my eye was focusing. It was focusing like, oh look, you've got bras.
I'm sorry. I have to put my boobies in something, and I don't feel like putting them away. Of all things, that is the one thing I probably should be putting away right away. But I'm just like, yeah, I don't care.
Well,
Just let
whatever.
them out. Just let them air out a little bit. They need to breathe.
Heather, that's pretty brawsome of you.
Should I mention that's your ship name?
I thought that was the intention. So it's extra clever.
Well, I'm taking it back and I'm repurposing it to
No,
something
no,
slightly less
no,
lame.
you're shipped after bras.
You could say it's pretty brazen or brazen.
There's no need to be brawdy about it.
Bald spot on her head.
Yeah, she's got a few.
What's going on there?
Like you ever talk about this one here?
No, I'm talking about there's a little scrape right here.
Oh yeah, she's had that actually for a while.
Has she? I guess I'm just
But-
very bad at observing.
Yeah, but I do feel like her hair's been thinning. I don't know. 'Cause I noticed that there's a bald spot by her collar, which isn't unheard of for dogs and cats to lose hair around where their collars are. But part of me still feels like you're thinning out, girl.
No, we're gonna take her to a groomer. They're gonna shave off these mats, and she's gonna look like $100.
Well, no, probably at first she's gonna look like a very pissed off naked cat.
She already, well, not naked, but she already does look like a very pissed off cat.
She'll be even more pissed off.
God
freaking demon.
You know you love her.
She's your baby.
Let's see
Look
here.
at this little area. I would love to like comb over
Buckin
that
wants to
area.
know, sweetie, would you say that Ellie is the easiest person to trigger out of the TF2 cast?
It depends. Like, if you want to legitimately trigger her, maybe not. If you want to get her, like, I don't know.
Like Nerd Rage.
No, I'd say actually, Bliss is the easiest to trigger. Because there are times when Ellie just doesn't feel like putting up with it, so she won't be triggered. You know, but very rarely do I see that out of Bliss.
Hmm.
But there'll be times where Ellie's like, look, I just don't have time for this bull crap. And it's like, okay.
She is a stern woman.
Yeah.
Buckin thinks I should get a symbol to hit every time I make a pun.
Oh, dear Lord, no.
This is so loud in here.
I
Let's
don't
see
know what
here.
you said, but it sounded like
says,
disapproval.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, Heather said something with a needle in her mouth. I'm like, I don't know what she said, but it sounded like disapproval.
It was. Shocker there.
Honeydrop says, I'll
Do you
buy
smell
other
something?
games for the PS5, but Hogwarts Legacy
might
is the
be
first one I'm going to
rubbery.
get.
Okay, I'm not rubbery.
Nothing there.
Buckin wants to know if we can give knife treats on camera. Stop
Unfortunately-
trying to blood sugar spike our diabetic
Yeah,
cat.
she needs to be on a low carb diet right now. So no.
Yeah, I just smelled something suddenly like rubber burning or something. But no, we didn't leave the stove on or nothing.
Now you got me
Honeydrop
worried.
says, good news. My dog is fully recovered from her knee injury.
Oh, that's good.
Yep.
That's good. Knees are troubling.
And Buckin wants to know what the new computer is for, Heather.
It's for me. It's for anything really. It's to stream. It's to game. It's to maybe I can get to editing my own stuff. It's
You're right. My paranoia was unfounded.
Hey.
Sorry, continue. Editing.
Yeah, so like there was like, what's my PC for? I'm like, anything. I'm gaming off of it. I played Warframe with Bronny last night. It was really fun, and I can stream off of it. It's for all my purposes, everything.
Yeah, she had a PC before. It just did the broke.
It did the bare minimum, honestly. It definitely wasn't for gaming or anything, but we streamed off of it. But then I gotta call up Best Buy so they can actually give that shit back to me, because they said, okay, we're sending it back to the shop, and then they never been emailed back saying like, hey, we got it back. That was like a while ago. So I'm like, hey, give back the shit that you don't want to fix.
So we can sell it for parts.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I guess that's why I don't care, because I'm like, I have a PC now. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Did I just lose you two?
No.
No, we're just being quiet.
Nothing to talk about. So,
Well, you're not
Heather,
telling us what's
we
going
gotta
on in
do
the
some
chat.
shopping. We right before the stream started, we were talking about doing some shopping. What were we talking about shopping for again?
Well, we were gonna look at where the hell were we gonna look at? I guess like house stuff, because I was talking about how you should arrange furniture whenever you get a house. And
Yes.
And I don't know, a knife, a blue knife.
So yeah, we were talking about that she wished, because I'm trying to get my own house, hopefully this year, if not early into next year, and I very likely just jinxed myself by saying that, but she was saying she wanted to be around when I first moved in to help me arrange the furniture. And what I said was, usually what happens is the first time I set something up, I arrange it kind of just to get it done. I get everything unpacked and I put it in a spot. And then a couple of months will go by and then I'll just have a random epiphany like, oh, I've got this arranged completely wrong, and then I'll fix it and it'll be perfect and stay that way for forever.
But is it perfect for me?
Probably.
I need to judge it myself. yourself.
I am a form and function kind of guy. But I was saying, yeah, it's probably going to be several months between me getting my own place and you getting here, Heather. So, I'm gonna have. I'm not gonna go that whole time with no furniture. But she was talking about using a television that she has as her computer monitor, and if that was possible, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, because all it is like HDMI cords, right? Because my TV for sure runs off those. And if you're gonna have your own TV in the living room, I can just use that TV and have a monitor and another monitor, but it's actually a TV.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's doable.
Yeah, I just recently had a television plugged into my computer as the monitor. I ended up not using it because it wasn't 1080, but yeah, it's just an HDMI, and then you have to tell the TV like, hey, make sure you're taking input from this source right here. And then we started talking about TVs, and you wanted a big TV, Heather, right?
Well, I think in general we should have a TV, so if we have like a little viewing party for anime or something, everyone in the room can get a decent view. Because as it is, the TV, like, that's my TV, it would be best served as a computer monitor, because like it's good for like us, but like if we had like more than 4 people, it'd be like, oh, I can't get a view, make space. It's like,
Well, I think that also has to do with the fact of how small our living room is. If you have more than 4 people, the 4th person is probably struggling for a seat.
yeah, so like it's not good for like if you have, especially with the parties you like to have, Brownie, to have a small TV that not everyone can get a good view of.
Oh yeah, that does remind me of like stuff we've had at cons where like there's a TV about that size and it's like on the other end of the room and there are like 10 or 20 people and like everyone's talking amongst themselves because they can't actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting a projector and then just hanging up like a bed sheet or getting a screen.
Or even just a white wall. A friend of mine did that. She just projected onto one of the walls.
Yeah. Basically then you could just have the screen be, or the viewing thing be as big as you want it to be. I've heard there's some drawbacks to that, but I don't know enough to be 100% certain yet. But I'm, so I'll bookmark some projectors too, and we'll look at that. So for like a viewing party, if we wanted a really big viewing space, then I think a projector is the way to go, and then we'll just get like a 60-inch or a 65-inch TV that we can just have out there for us. And then, you know what I want to do? I want to mount a television to the ceiling of the bedroom.
I mean, that's what we're gonna use the projector for. Handheld projector that on the ceiling, that'd be safer. I'm not gonna die that way.
She's right. And also on top of that, implications. What are you
What do you
watching
mean
in bed?
implications? I want to lay down and look straight up at the ceiling
And what
not
are you
have to
watching?
crane my neck to see the television.
So what are you watching that you need to be laying down for, is all I'm saying.
What? Okay, sweetie, tell me that would not be more comfortable just sitting there watching anything, okay? I'm going to watch YouTube. I'm going to watch Forged in Fire on my ceiling-mounted high-definition television and not have to crane my neck. I will shove pizza into my face while looking straight up at my ceiling.
I don't think you should eat like that.
I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
generally you should
You're
be
gonna choke.
laying down.
Well, that's an honorable death then, Heather.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
I don't.
God,
Okay.
if anything, Heather, where are you on this? I would expect you, of all people, to be down for being as lazy and comfortable as
No,
possible.
yeah, I'm just like, don't actually install TV. Put a projector there because I don't want the TV
Because
to fall
if
down.
whatever's holding it off gives way, that's going to be bad for everybody involved.
Yeah, you don't want to end up killing me in such a fashion. You're gonna
Yes.
feel like the dumbest, saddest idiot in the world.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know what could give way if you mount it correctly. It would take like a magnitude 7.0 earthquake to
Ronnie,
move those
it's
things.
you. You're not lucky. Something will happen.
And it's not even so much about an earthquake as so much as it is like the screws wearing down, because you have to understand whatever you're having mounting at is constantly fighting against gravity. So constantly it's being worn down, and that there may be a time eventually that it'll give way.
Maybe.
Well, that
I've
maybe.
never heard of that happening. And
The
all of
maybe
my
will be Heather.
and
died.
all of my
Exactly,
years
the
I've
maybe
never
And
may
then
heard
cost
you can
your
say
wife.
I told you so.
Yeah, but that's not exactly a time I want to say I told you so at your funeral.
Yeah.
It's like I told you not to install a motherfucking TV.
Let's see here. We've got some chat.
One of these days he's gonna end up killing me, and it's gonna be something like, I don't know if this is a good idea, and you're gonna be like, did she say? She's like,
Did she say it was a bad idea? Yes. God
That's
damn it, Bronny.
It's like,
No, that's not how my life works.
that
always-
is exactly how your life works.
My life does that to me though.
It will be to you because you'll lose the love of your life because you were a stubborn idiot who didn't listen to her.
No,
It will
no,
be
no,
the
isn't
biggest
it
tragedy
only,
of
like,
your life, and
people
you'll have no
around
one to
me-
blame but yourself.
People around me don't get hurt nearly. If I'm around, I will be the one to absorb the pain.
Yes, and that will be the pain you absorb, is that you've hurt the people you love the most.
You are getting way too metaphysical about this.
You're not getting metaphysical enough?
Because it doesn't happen.
Not yet, it hasn't. Like, the universe has been waiting. It's like, hold on, we
Yeah,
need to really
things
crush
have
it.
been a little too good lately, Bonnie. It's gonna happen.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna give you, like, 10, 20 years of marital bliss, and then the universe will be like, take that, sucker!
It's like, I'm sick of your shit. Are you being happy over there?
Oh, jeez. Let's see here. Buckin wants to know, Brawny, how much patience would you have, you and Heather have for a game of Jenga? Heather, what do you think about Jenga?
Jenga's alright. Yeah, it's not a big deal. My nephews love playing that, so I guess that's why I don't care.
Yeah.
They love breaking stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, Jenga's a nice game for the perfectionist and the destructive minds to kind of collaborate on.
Mhm. Let's see here. Honeydrop says we'll need to pick out paint colors for the walls.
Hot pink.
That's not gonna be too hard. Just actually I kind of want actually no, I don't want to leave them white. White shows stains really easily.
Oh yeah, I know. This guy, I was in a web chat earlier with him. He was wearing a white shirt. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to my friend's house and make spaghetti. And I'm like, in that? You're not ruining that white shirt.
I usually think about that sometimes afterwards. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, this was a bad idea.
That's why he has me. If I had seen you like that, I'd be like, you're gonna make that in a white shirt?
I'm like, shut up, Heather. I didn't do it.
And then you're gonna do it as a matter of pride. You're gonna get dirty.
I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna be like, well, you know what? I didn't care about this shirt anyway.
You were wearing a white shirt the other day in cooking, and I didn't even think about it. But I should have been like, gonna cook in
No, and I did have that thought. I'm like, what am I? It's okay,
Oh, I
it's
think
okay.
one time you did it, and I came home with aprons, and you were just like, oh.
Oh yeah, I was wearing a white shirt.
I'll probably be like, why aren't you wearing the apron that I got you?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I would have no excuses then.
Yeah, Heather, where were you with the frilly apron on that one earlier today?
Honestly, I would do it, and I would get her in on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you can use any of my aprons, Bronny. I even have Deadpool ones, so you don't have to feel emasculated when you wear it.
You two will never get me in another apron, okay?
Well, you've challenged us now, bruh. We've done it once. We'll do it again.
I was just
You
like,
did
I'll
it
do it
while
again.
you were injured, okay?
I was clearly well enough to beat your butt.
I'll do it again, Bronny. I'm
was
stronger than I ever
holding
was.
back so much. I'm like, I don't wanna aggravate the injury. The next time
And
you
I
two
was
come
injured-
at me trying to get me into an apron, I'm
But-
gonna grab
but
you
let's-
both by the belt buckles and launch you through a window.
But Bronny, you held back enough because I was injured. I was injured, so my strength was also lower. So me at my full health, you at your full power, same result.
We're gonna
Nope,
do it.
not.
You were holding back
Definitely
enough
not.
to compensate for my injury. And that's all you were doing. I am no longer injured.
Oh, jeez.
You're gonna fall, Bronny.
Yes.
You're going to fall.
Sure. You just keep believing that. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
We've got the pictures. Hell yeah. Oh, I was gonna bring one to force Silverquill into anyway.
You guys can take group selfies.
Yes. So we should have multiple.
Dude, we should do it for charity. Get a picture.
Yeah, oh, it's
of
gonna be
Bronny
for
Butt
charity.
and Silver Quill in aprons. Get a selfie with them, like
Yes.
$5 a pop.
There you go. There you
We're
go.
gonna save
We'll
orphans.
throw Dusty Cat in there too. I'm sure he'll be all about it.
Yeah, he's gonna love it.
Oh, yeah.
my
He'll
God.
like jump. Like, he'll jump on it, you know. Silver will be like, oh, it's for charity. And Dusty will already have the apron on, going like, come on, dude.
Like,
Why
let's
do
get
we
this
know
started.
so many horribly effeminate men? God
He's
darn.
not effeminate. That's the point. He's just secure enough in his masculinity that frills don't emasculate him.
I'm secure enough in my masculinity to know that I'm not supposed to be wearing frills.
No, you're secure enough in your masculinity to be unsexed by frills.
Okay,
You're firm
whatever.
enough in your masculinity to be a butt.
Yeah, basically.
Clayton wants to know, Sweetie, do you think it's disrespectful to show up late to someone's funeral?
Usually, yes.
Yeah, that's not great.
I mean, it depends on how late you consider late, but if you're like walking in the middle of the ceremony, yeah.
That's not great.
But if you like, you miss the viewing, that's not all that bad. A lot of people do that.
Yeah, a lot of people are messed up in the head, so they'll excuse a bit, but like if you're
Yeah. They'll excuse a bit, but there's a bit they won't excuse.
I'm gonna hire a guy to disguise himself as me and kick in the door at my funeral and yell, "Wait! That man in the coffin isn't the real Brawny!
alright, then I'm gonna remarry him.
There you
I
go.
faked my own death because I want absolutely nothing to do with any of you," and then that guy's gonna ride off on a motorcycle.
Oh, you
So,
wanna leave
Dustin.
Heather with that. You wanna leave Heather with that. You want me
Well-
to think that you killed yourself, so you don't wanna be married to me anymore.
But you know what I'm doing now, so it's not. I mean, you're in on the joke now.
No, but now you've embarrassed her in front of all of your family and friends.
And my family's not gonna believe it. They're like, Heather, he was a terrible person the whole time. We told you so.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna leave me with that shit?
You guys just don't know how to troll on my level.
No, you just because you're not trolling, you're bullying. There's a difference.
Honeydrop wants to know what our thoughts are on the live-action Mulan movie. It
I
sucks.
haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
It probably sucks, but I haven't seen it.
I've
so.
heard bad things. I'm not happy.
I've heard bad things. Yeah.
China needs to stop existing. As soon as China stops existing, the world will be a better place.
Okay, let's not do that.
Let's see here. Deckard Spade says, "Quick, someone pull out the Socratic method. We need more philosophical debate."
I disagree.
Let me think for a second here. Socratic method. That's just asking questions until you have asked all the questions. I can't think of a way off the top of my head to turn that into a troll or a joke in bad taste. So, sure.
God, isn't that entirely what he's about?
Basically,
I mean, God, man.
he basically exists to hurt people.
Honeydrop says, "Brawny, you are tempting fate."
Yes, very much so.
Let's see here. Would Heather do good as Snow White, in our opinion?
If I cut my hair, I'm pretty dang pale.
You could, as far as cosplaying, yes. She's much smarter than Snow White, though.
Yeah, that's for certain.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get. Was that the one with Maleficent?
No, that's Sleeping Beauty. Snow White was the one where she was told on multiple occasions not to let strangers into the house. She let strangers into the house, even after her animal friends were trying to tell her that she was evil, and then she ate random fruit.
It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's also the don't
So,
take candy
but
from
who was the
strangers
villain
thing.
there? Was that? Did they just literally call her Evil Queen?
The Evil Queen, yeah.
Wow, that's. Way
Well, they
the
didn't
heck
call her
simpler.
the Evil Queen in the film, they just called her the Queen. Because if you consider it in the context of the kingdom, they wouldn't have to specify which queen. It was the Queen.
I'm gonna get Kichi to play the queen, right? So when she goes into the mirror and goes, "Who's the fairest of them all?" It's gonna be extra funny, especially when she's so surprised that there's somebody with a lighter skin tone than her.
It's not about being pale. I mean, yes, obviously that was Snow White's thing, but it wasn't about the fact that she was pale, because she was pale when she was younger. But the mirror always told the queen that she was the fairest in the land up until the time that Snow White became a little older and a little more beautiful.
Let's see here.
Ugh, this mane's weird. I don't know why they make
Yeah,
it give it
why?
such a long tail.
What the heck?
I don't know.
Did they just like not want you to make a tail and be like, no, yeah, it's a mullet. Don't worry about it.
It's in there.
It's right there. It's just attached. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. What the frick? Look at the picture, because this is weird.
Because, yeah, that looks weird.
Kind of looks. I can't even get a back view of this. Really,
Yeah.
her head's turned. Oh no, here's a back view. Oh, they guess they kind of wanted it to look like this.
Oh.
Well, I kind of did it straight.
Oh, well.
Oh well. You have a mullet now. I
Don't
hope you're
ask
ready to live with that.
Tuck
I'm gonna just tuck it in.
it
there.
in, yep.
Tuck it
Yeah,
in.
that actually
Have
it
we
works.
have we seen Mirror Mirror or Snow White and the Huntsman?
I've
Wow.
seen Snow White and the Huntsman.
My
Is
God,
it
your
any
eyes.
good?
No. it's got some eye candy in it. That's
Oh
really
yeah,
all
Chris
you can
Evans. Oh, no,
yeah,
Chris Evans.
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth was in there.
Yeah.
One
so
of the Chris's.
one of the
Hot?
Chris's is in there.
Yeah, a lot of the freaking
Um,
celebrities that are named Chris are just hot.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Anthony about that. I was getting the Chris's mixed up in my head. I was getting the one that was in Guardians of the Galaxy confused with the one that was in Star Trek. And I'm like, look, they're all attractive Chris's. And Anthony's like, yes, his abs were a great actor in that film. I'm like, look, if you've got a thing for the Chris, that's fine. But the point is, but yeah, there's a good eye candy in that film. But otherwise, it was one. It's one of those films that's trying too hard to be girl power and kind of fails.
Yeah. People were saying that about Captain Marvel, and I'm like, yeah, I can see it.
She had a total whole sequence where she fought to that song "I'm Just a Girl," but I'm like, well, who doesn't want to do
Yeah.
that?
Well, I haven't seen Captain Marvel, but I will admit in the Avengers, whatever the heck it was, the last one,
Endgame.
Endgame. There was a moment where I was excited about it. There was a rush of adrenaline to see in the theater, but also going, but that's stupid. And that was when there was like a girl power moment where all the girls came together, and I'm like, okay, but A, half of you don't know each other, and B, like particularly when the Wasp came to join the girl power, I'm like, girl, Ant-Man is over there getting his ass kicked because you're not there to help him. What are you doing joining up with these girls you've never met before? Like, I realize it's a girl power moment, but your dude is getting, like, slaughtered.
It would be me and Bronny in that situation. I'm just like,
Bronny, I'm sorry. I need to do this feminist thing. Just
Hold on, feminism, 1 second. Don't die while I endorse feminism, okay? Okay.
Feminism comes first.
Feminism comes first before death.
Thanos just has me by the ankle doing the Hulk, what Hulk did to Loki in that one
Basically.
movie, just over and over again. And I'm just sitting there taking it perfectly fine, like, okay, babe, take your time, have fun. See you in a little bit.
it's like, who are we girl powering if not Thanos?
I know, yeah, really.
It's the whole thing.
Yep.
You're girl powering the female Avengers. That your girl is basically. You were like, hey, this scene in the movie sucked, and now me and my girlfriends are gonna fight you over it, and it's gonna be Heather.
Well, no, it only
Sweetie.
it
It's gonna
only
be
sucked
Heather,
because
Sweetie,
they did that.
Moonlight, and screw it, Pristine.
There you go.
Just threw a team together from. But freaking
I was surprised I was so okay with Endgame, despite the fact that it employed time travel. Like, a part of me was a little irked, like, I'm like, but I'm like, okay, I guess I don't know any other way to do this. And then at the end, there was just a big time clusterfuck.
Yeah, basically.
And I was just like, okay.
But
Yeah,
okay, it
I
was a cool
I
battle.
really
Why not?
didn't like the way they handled that.
Not gonna get it all.
No, I mean, I liked it a lot. I liked it really. That feminist moment was the only one. And even then, when I saw it in theaters, I was like, yeah! And then I went, this is stupid! Whatever!
Yeah, that's how it was with freaking Captain Marvel's thing in the movie. It was like, I'm just a girl. And I'm like, yeah, I wanted to do that.
I guess Captain Marvel actually was another aspect of the film. When there was a point where it's like, oh no, what are they firing at? And I think I heard, like, as I was going, it's about time, woman! And then, like, someone else like, what are they firing at? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was ruining this for you. I thought it was blatantly obvious that Captain America has not been, or not Captain America, Captain Marvel, is like, has not been in this film for, like, during this entire battle and end of the world nonsense, and she's just been chilling.
Yeah,
Just
well,
like,
you
whatever.
heard about that, right? That her movie was received so badly by audiences that they recut Endgame to not have her in it.
As much, she's still in it.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but you know what I meant.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like kind of an OP thing, though. Like, if she had been in it the whole time, it would have been solved faster, type of thing.
Oh God, I hate
Mhm.
that. She was. I liked her. I don't know why everyone hated her.
I mean, I didn't see the film, so I can't comment.
Oh, yeah, I've got a cup of her insignia on there.
Nice.
And people are just surprised at freaking Disney Springs that I wanted to be here. They're like, "Oh, Heather, you want to dress as Pam Marvel?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And they're like, "Oh, we only have children costumes." I mean, other than that,
Yeah.
they'd just be like, "Oh, you were an adult." No, no. Just tuck in your rat tail. You know what? I'll sew it in there.
There you go.
I am. What's the word? Can think on my feet. Kind of crafty. Is there a word for that?
Improv?
Improvisational. Improvisational. There's another word for it too. That I'm thinking of. That it's like in my brain.
Clever.
Not clever. Not clever.
I mean, yes, but no.
It's like I can improvise.
Cunning.
No, not exactly.
Resourceful.
Yeah, that was closer.
Ingenuity?
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Yeah, that was it. Oh my god, I hate that so much.
Yeah.
That happens to me all the damn time. It's like, oh, there's a word that I want to use.
There's a word that will make me sound smart and express what I want to say, but I can't think of it, so I look dumb.
When you run into that situation, what you have to do is say, "Oh, frick, what's the English word for it?" That way you sound bilingual.
No, y'all know here.
Yeah, it's like no one's gonna
I
buy
can
that
barely
crap.
speak Spanish. I can order my own burrito. That's about it. I can ask where the bathroom is, which is also important. I need to know where the bathroom is.
I was actually, when I was in Mexico, I asked where the bathroom is, and as I asked, I was like, I'm not gonna understand his answer. And then he told me, and I was like, gracias. And I turned to my friend who didn't speak a word of Spanish, so I was talking for her. So I'm like, I understood what he said. It's like he said it was to the right at the end of the aisle. Oh! It's like,
When I was working at the YMCA, I had a lot of exposure to Spanish, and I started picking up words, and I ended up doing that same thing I did when I was younger with Japanese, where I could understand it but not speak it.
Not speak it. I'm with that with Spanish. When I was talking with my mom, she would speak to me in Spanish, and she's like, entiendo, entiende, and I'm like, yeah. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. I've never had a problem understanding Spanish. I've had a problem expressing myself. Like, someone will tell me a whole essay, and I'll just go, see.
I've had the opposite problem where, like, I feel like I can express myself and say what I need to say, but when they come back at me, it's just, like, really fast, and I'm like,
Yeah, because now they're comfortable because they think you can speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Damn it.
No, I'm bad at expressing myself in English, because that's the thing. I'm like, yeah, I've never been able to do well in Spanish. And I'm like, it's not just Spanish. It's like, what parts am I bad at in Spanish? Vocabulary. But, I'm not great at vocabulary in English. It's all the same thing. I know grammar really well. I know grammar really well in English. It doesn't help me express myself, but I know it.
Oh God, there was. I have one
Not
of my
bad.
aunts who taught college level Spanish for many years, and is very fluent in Spanish. But she's a pale Italian woman, so nobody thinks she can speak Spanish. And
Really?
I remember we were
An
walking
Italian
around-
woman? I've
come
known
again?
Italian people to be mistaken for Spaniards all the time.
Yeah.
well, Spaniards
Um,
are kind of on the lighter side, too, aren't they?
Well, some of
Spaniards
them
and
are.
Italians look very similar. I mean, they're on the lighter side as far as like compared to Latin America, yes, but
Yeah,
compared
that's
to
what people
compared
expect.
to Europe, no. Compared to Europe, they're on the darker side.
I
I think
remember
here in
one
America,
time we
what
were
we
at a
expect
fair,
from the Spanish speaker
and,
is that Latin American kind of look.
and this these Mexican guys started talking trash about my aunt while she was right there, thinking she couldn't understand them, and she turned around and in Spanish, because she told me what she said later. She was like, in Spanish, she said, "Can I help you?" And do you have something to say? And like I kind of understood that she knew they were saying something bad about her, so I freaking turned around and squared up, and I was like, "What are they saying? Are they saying something? Are they want to catch dos manos?" And my mother pulled me away from that situation before I had to fight a bunch of Mexicans.
Oh my god. I got. Okay, what is next on Twilight's to-do list?
Tail matches.
Tail and cutie mark. Where's your tail?
Honey Drop says Scarlet Witch is stronger than Captain Marvel.
Sure. I feel like she doesn't utilize her power to the full potential.
Yes, we haven't really seen it.
Buckin wants to know, Heather, if you could trust yourself with the Infinity Stones.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
What would you do with the Infinity Stones, Heather?
Oh, there's tons you could do. You can make stuff into bubbles, and that which also means I could make stuff into other stuff. I could make that meme that was
Just
running around Twitter
flat
for a while.
out, I wouldn't trust her with the reality stone. Like, that's the number one. Like,
It's gonna be like what happened with Pinkie Pie at the end.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
yeah!
Infinite power!
Infinite power! I can make all the frosting I want!
Yeah, no, the reality stone would be the main one where I'm like, no, Heather, so, honey.
You can give me the time one, I'd never use it.
Yeah, exactly. Give her
Give
the
her
time one.
because she fucking hates time travel. I'd be like, okay, they'll take this shit, you put it in the closet, never use it again, you'll never find it.
Exactly. You'll
I'd
never
be
find
a
it.
great keeper of the time stone. And I don't know, what were the other ones?
There's the soul.
Soul? What
That's-
does the Soul Gem even do in
it
these
Doesn't
movies?
as far as I know, it doesn't do anything on its own, or at least it was never shown to do anything on its own. It's
Yeah, in
clear
the
we
comics
have
it
to
had
get
it had a
but-
purpose and a function.
Yeah, probably. And then there's like, what's just the one with the Tesseract,
That was the Mind Stone, wasn't it?
the Mind Stone?
The Mind Stone. Yeah, you could control
Yeah,
people with
yeah.
that. I don't know.
And
It
those,
was either
like,
the
the
Mind
strength
Stone or the
stone.
Space Stone. No, the Mind Stone was in Loki's scepter. The Space Stone was in the Tesseract.
All right, I'm looking them up now. Can't be bothered.
You gotta look up all these stones.
'Cause
and figure
there-
out
then
what
there
is-
was the-
how would Heather misuse every
Right,
single
exactly.
one of these? The times that you can only trust her with the time stone. Don't give her anything else.
We're gonna give Heather the Space Stone, and she's just gonna show up at the front of the line in every fast food restaurant and just be like, "Hey, give me a burger."
And I'm like, hey, can I get a burger? Just
Man,
like,
this
what?
is a Starbucks.
Infinity gems.
We
Okay,
have paninis.
a panini, but I'm gonna
So-
turn to that guy.
So there's the Space Stone.
What is the space stone too?
That's the one that was in the Tesseract.
So I just teleport around.
I guess so.
Yeah, I could misuse that.
The Mind Stone, that was the one that was in what's his name?
I don't know. Do you see me as type to mind control people?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Then there's the Reality Stone. We're not letting you have that.
Aw.
Then there's the Power Stone.
Sure. Yeah.
What would you do with the Power
don't think
Stone?
you would
Heather?
even
I'm
do
not
much
sure I
with the
trust you
Power
with that
Stone.
one either.
I feel like you would just constantly threaten Brawny with it. You'd be
I'm
like,
sorry.
I have the Power Stone,
We
bitch!
are having pizza tonight. I don't care if we had spaghetti yesterday. I will blow a mother up.
I'm gonna end up grabbing Heather by the neck and going, "Listen, if you throw another moon at me, I'm gonna lose it."
I want pizza.
And then there's the Time Stone, which we've established you wouldn't do anything with, and the Soul Stone, which we've established we don't know what the heck it does.
Oh my god. I'd use it to go visit Red Skull. Hey, Red Skull. Got that stone. But what is he? Is he just alive over there forever, or does he die? Did he die?
But I think no, he's there.
He's just hanging
Like
out?
and yeah, and what's funny is I think people mention that during Captain America, like going through and fixing everything, that he might have actually had to stop at the place with the Soul Stone. And it just imagines like, Captain America, gong! Steve Rogers, and like Thor's hammer gets chucked at him. It's like, wait,
yeah, that was.
not the same guy.
I thought that was really neat, because, like, the end of Captain America, you're like, is he dead, though? And then finally he just shows up, and I'm like, oh!
Right. Alright, so space, powered by the user's mastery of power, can allow transportation through space.
Sweet.
So yeah, that's a Tesseract one. That's one that allowed, them to go from the other end of space
So
to Earth.
Heather would just use that to go get food.
Yeah, power makes one more physically powerful. Shock and dismay.
Yay.
Time, travel through time, stop it. Okay. Yeah, so the Mind Stone can grant telepathy or intelligence. Telepathy might be dangerous in your power.
I always wanted to know what people were thinking.
Yep.
I would take the Time Stone, and every time I wanted Heather to do something, I would just, like, a dozen versions of me across time would show up and go, "Heather, I've come to bargain."
And then she'd just have a wet dream. I mean, I
I'd
don't
be
know what
like,
you were
well, now
expecting.
that you're all here,
I've got some scenarios we can
You know, why do you have to do this to everything I say?
You gotta make it weird.
Because you're making clones show up in front of your girlfriend. What do you think is gonna happen?
It's gonna be like he's gonna make
It's
him show up in my room
supposed to
like
be
Heather.
annoying.
It's like, Heather, I want you to sweep the porch, and I got a ton of me here to negotiate. I'm like, oh.
What's on the table?
Since you're all here, they're like, no. I'm like, hey, there's more of you now. Why doesn't one of you go do that, and the other two of you stay?
You know, this is why we don't give her the reality stone, because she would clone the frick
Yeah,
out of me.
she would do it herself. She'd
Oh
be
my
like,
god!
"Yeah."
I could make an army of just my boyfriend, and all of them would be loyal because they all love me, and I would rule the world.
Oh my god. Yeah. See, this is what's gonna happen. Bronny's gonna threaten that. He's like, do what I say or I'm gonna make multiples of me. And Heather goes, great idea! And the world is covered in brownies.
It's just a throne, and then there's two brownies next to me, like the main one. He's all like,
Heather,
how did this go so wrong?
just imagine every time you leave yourself open for a pun and you just hear the same pun in a million voices simultaneously.
God. You ruined my fantasy. I was gonna dream about that tonight. Awesome.
Good. Because I was being innocent. And I was
Sure
being
you were.
nice. And you turned it dirty. And I'm sick of you doing that.
I'm out of purple.
Sure you were, Bronny.
I'm out of purple.
Oh,
so I'm
let's
gonna
see
use
here.
You're out of purple because the rat tail probably.
No, that was the freaking violet.
Oh, you mean
one.
that's dark blue? You mean? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the dark blue, but like what they consider.
Oh, like the purple. That's right. Well,
We ran
she'll
out.
just deal with it.
Whatever.
Emerald Spencer wants to know if any of us watch Hollow Live.
What's that?
Hollow Live? I don't think so.
I'm not even 100% sure what it is, but it's been a topic lately. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it on YouTube.
Yeah, look at all these cuts. This is all just from the cat.
Good gracious.
She keeps going on my lap, and I give her a little scratch, and then she goes.
Because she's making herself comfortable. She's kneading.
It doesn't feel good.
Doesn't feel good for you, but it makes your skin more soft.
No, it makes
Okay.
it bleed.
Okay, so Deckard Spade just brought up a flaw about Heather's reality stone brawny army plan, but I don't think he understands how Heather's mind works. So he says, one flaw, all of the Brawnies love you, but all of them love you. So they fight each other since there's only one of you, and it would be the Thunderdome, but with Brawnies, the Brawny Dome. And it's like, I'm pretty
You
sure...
just
That'd
spelled
be
out
cool.
her fantasy.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that is Heather's fantasy is to have people fighting over her.
Yeah, and now like it's not cheating if I like flirt with both sides.
She can have her cake and eat it too. Yeah.
I can have everything I want. I see no flaws with this plan. It sounds like
I see flaws for the rest of the world, but
Heather rewrites the universe to make it so that like junk food is healthy for you.
yeah.
dude, would you argue with that?
That's
Actually,
true.
I wouldn't. I would allow that to happen.
I'm like, I don't know if anybody would argue with that.
Now everyone's just like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, probably the health food stores would be like, oh, god damn it.
It's like, yeah, you're losing business. Fuck you. Vegans? It's okay, vegans. I'll make everything chocolate cake. It's not using eggs because the eggs never existed.
Okay.
Buckin wants to know, sweetie, what would you do if you had a clone of yourself?
I'd either kill her or myself or both.
Well, that went dark.
Okay.
What do you expect to do with a clone of yourself?
I don't know. Like we could switch off who goes to work and who gets to
Ugh.
stay home.
Gross, no.
We could be twinsies and do between cosplays.
Gross. I can't do. There are no twin cosplays of people my size.
Sure, just not trying hard enough. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do with my clone other than just random gags.
If she was like just me, we'd both go up to Bronny and be like, "What's up?"
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be
Having a
fun.
significant other does make the idea a little more fun. However, the spinster that I am has very little use for a second person. Except for maybe annoying people more, but I don't think we need that in the world.
You see, like, okay, well, I'm at work. You gotta be on Twitter. Like, be on top of that shit.
That would be hilarious, though, yes.
You have another person manage your Twitter. There you go.
True.
It's like, do it or you'll die.
Alrighty then. Buckin wants to know, Brawny, what would your Power Rangers color be? I don't know. Black? Like my skin, maybe?
I would be yellow.
Pink.
Yeah.
Alright, that was an easy question. What else do we have?
I'm sure there's actually lore behind what personalities give you during certain colors. And I think actually, ironically, black actually would be a good color for you if I remember the lore.
Well,
correctly.
it's not like it's not like everything I wear is already black.
It's not about colors. It's about like the Black Ranger tends to be more of an outcast compared to the other Rangers type of thing.
That's kind of sexy.
I think
No, that's
red
the green
is
Ranger.
like the Japanese color of leadership.
Of leadership,
so-
yeah. If you're the red leader, you're the red ranger. You're the leader, yeah. The blue ranger is the nerd, which is why they're always my heartthrob. The green ranger is always like they're the special children. I don't remember. I clearly don't remember much.
Well, I like the color green, and black might suit my personality. I do have a lot of leadership qualities, and
I don't
often
think
find
you'd
myself
be-
in leadership positions. Well, you don't know me that well. And Deckard Spade says I would be the Pink Ranger.
Ah, I'd love to see you in that skirt.
Oh my god. I saw a clip of Power Rangers actually earlier this week on TikTok, and like a villainess had cornered like the Blue Ranger. She goes like, so the red's the leader, this guy's the perfect one, and that yellow one is a girl. So who are you in this group? And he goes like, I'm Scottish, and hits her. And I'm like, okay,
That works.
I'm not gonna argue with this guy.
Right? Just a tartan colored ranger.
He was the blue one.
Aww, but I love the Blue Ranger.
Nah, he was great. You'd love him.
I'd be
Wait,
like, I'm
a
a fraud.
Scottish nerd? Ooh.
Pretty hot.
Won't say no.
I'm saying yes. I'm just gonna be like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, Zero Aura has an interesting question here. Sweetie Bloom, what's with the dress?
It's my jammies.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like
All
getting
right.
dressed today. Don't judge me.
Ah, this is my jammies too. Ronnie really likes this shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's one of the ones.
Yeah,
my
I've
roommate-
never, and
not
like
my
I said
roommate.
earlier,
You're
I
right.
never
I'm
seen
like,
the
I don't
shirt
remember
before,
that
and I thought it was really
My
cool.
coworker got it for me. My coworker gave me a big old bag of clothes. I think I showed them to you.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've been wearing a lot of them. And they're really nice clothes. And this is just a shirt she got me. It had a couple little spots on it, but like I was like, oh cool, I'll just wear it as a nightshirt. It's really nice. I like it.
I wish you guys could see my outfit. I'm currently wearing a 3-piece suit tuxedo with a top hat.
He's
wish.
not. I saw what he was wearing. He was wearing that really nice white shirt I was telling you about. And he
Oh,
looked
yeah.
really good in it. But I'm like, no, don't mix
And then he
spaghetti
was
in
like,
that.
let's make some pasta.
No, he just got some stains off of that too. I'm like, what are you doing? Dummy.
Oh, let's see here.
Alright.
Honey Drop says, Sweetie, maybe Maddie can introduce you to a cute and smart Scottish guy.
She already has, but that's not the point.
Hot.
We're just gonna move you to Scotland.
At least you have a lot to look at.
Yeah, but then I just have then it's like being in like a sea of guys that you're attracted to, none of whom are attracted to you, and so like. Actually, yeah, I think I remember Maddie was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna bring like 2 attractive Scottish guys with me to BronyCon," and I was like, "Ooh," and she's like, "Sweetie, don't get excited, they're gay," and I'm like, "Oh, you don't understand, you just made it better for me." She's like, "But they're gay, they're not gonna be into you." I'm like, "They wouldn't have been into me if they were straight, but now they're into each other, and that's hot."
No, dude, I'm totally on that. Like,
Right?
there's nothing. Like, the only thing better than a guy desiring you is a man desiring another man. And I'm
Right?
like,
Double the sex appeal right there.
it's like, try not to. Try, Heather, please look away. No, I can't.
I
I
can't.
don't understand you women.
We gotta rewatch Kiss Him, Not Me.
Yes.
It was great.
I'd rather not. I really got through, what was it, 2 episodes of that crap with you two?
It was
Holy
an awesome
frick, I
show!
That's awesome. I mean,
It
Let
has
me tell you,
questionable
let me
stuff
tell you
with
it has
people why I
very
wear this
questionable
blazer. It's
morals.
because of these freaking women.
You're welcome.
Can't be
Let's see. Heather, Buckin wants to know, how often do you and I dress fancy?
Oh, only for special occasions. Like, I have to dress nice
pretty nice every day because I have an office job, so can't wear jeans, have to wear dress pants with a nice blouse. But if you're talking like heels, a dress, the whole 9 yards, special occasions like weddings and conventions sometimes when I have a really formal cosplay. Bronny will wear a suit to a convention, or like if we're having a special date night. When we're out there, like when we went to Seattle, I wore a very nice blouse, and he wore a suit to that very nice restaurant we went to.
Yeah, and I was way overdressed.
You look
Yeah, I
You're
was
like
you wore
steakhouse
a
with
suit to a
reservations, and
restaurant?
I'm like, okay,
It
gotta
was a
dress
very
up.
nice place.
Okay, sorry. This is the upper middle class person going like, "Y'all, it's just a restaurant." It's like, but we need reservations, yeah, and like, don't
That
you
is
show up in sweatshirts, but it's business casual, man.
No, dude, but yeah, that's us. If I'm freaking, because it's always me making the reservations at these places, and if I have to make a reservation someplace, he better show up nice.
Though to be fair, I did remember going into that situation, going to the theater, the theater, the stage play in London, and I'm thinking I gotta dress to the nines, and I was entirely overdressed because everybody else was like in their jeans. They're like, "What? It's just another play." Or whatever.
How
I'm like,
dare they?
they approach
Well, yeah,
the
it's a lot-
movie,
it's a
like
lot
they
more
approach
common
stage
out
play.
there.
Yeah, they approach stage plays the way I would approach a movie. And on the other side, I would go to a movie in England, and I'm like, whatever. And they're dressed to the nines. They're like, no, we're going to the movies,
To the cinema.
to the cinema. We must dress nicely. I'm like, it's just the movies, guys. Calm yourself.
I'm from America, and
We're
from
America, we
California.
make this stuff for you. Even the Harry Potter films, most of that stuff is because of us.
Whatever.
Let's see. When I'm just going out and about, my default attire is business casual. So polos, belts,
Yeah.
polo, belt, watch. I got a few necklaces that I like to wear, and what else? Nice shoes. And but I tend to wear cargo pants. But I've been called fancy before.
If you have a collared shirt, it's generally considered good enough.
Yeah, like as it
Yeah.
is, like taking Knife to a grooming appointment, I don't even know if I'm gonna get dressed that early in the morning. I'm just gonna shove my PJs, be
They will
like,
give no cares.
yeah, like I'm not even going into the building. It's gonna be like a kind of like contactless drop off, but they're gonna like come to my car. I give them the
Right.
thing, and
The carrier. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what it's gonna be like. So I'm like, why am I gonna dress for that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which end of tail goes in? I guess either.
Buckin5 wants you to explain "Kiss Him, Not Me."
It's
So-
basically a show about us.
It is. So they made an anime about us. So it's about this girl. She's large, and she looks at all the dreamy boys at her school, and she ships the dreamy boys with each other. And she comes up with all these ship scenarios about these dreamy boys getting together. And then she loses a lot of weight, and suddenly those dreamy boys notice her and that she's attractive, and they become attracted to her. And so, like, she's in this scenario where she wants them to get together, but they are attracted to her, type of thing.
It was beautiful.
Yes, it's a reverse harem, essentially.
But it's like
But with a
with
lot more
us.
shipping, yeah.
with us, and like the thing that's not like it's not like the protagonist of other ones where they're just like, oh, I just can't decide. Oh, I just never noticed their feelings. It's literally her being like, but I don't want to be with any of them. I want them to be with each other.
Yeah, I want them to be together.
And I think the finale was literally them like, you have to make a choice between us. And she goes like, I don't have time for a boyfriend. My new anime started. Bye bye.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, the very concept enrages me so.
It was funny because a chick got into that, but she was
Yeah,
also in love with the
she was,
protagonist.
a girl came in and you're thinking, like, for a second, oh, is she gonna be, like, the other romantic rival? No, she joins, basically, the boys squad, and she gets all into the main character, and is like, oh my god!
It's so
like,
cool.
she actually lands the first kiss, I think.
I think I don't remember the kiss.
No, I'm pretty sure they kissed. And then, like, basically the main character was like, .exe is not working, it's not responding. But yeah,
Oh, what a show.
it was a good show.
Retro Gamer Kevin says hi.
Hi. But no, what was great about the show, I think the most when watching with Bronny, was basically Bronny going like, "Sweetie, get out of the anime." It's like, no, it was made for me.
She will be in that anime all she
Yes.
wants.
Oh, we had a major sweetie get out of the anime moment a little while ago. We were watching Kaguya-sama, sweetie, and there was this episode where Kaguya got sick, and the dude whose name I forgot, it was tasked with taking her homework to her. So he goes to her mansion where she's got this maid that goes to their school but is trying to hook them up. And Kaguya is laid out in bed, and this maid pushes the dude to her room and says, "Hey, you can hang out in here, but you must not do anything inappropriate. But you can, the walls are soundproofed. Nobody would hear anything, but you must not do anything inappropriate. Also, no one's gonna be I can guarantee you, nobody's gonna be coming around here for at least 3 hours. But you must, under no circumstances, do anything inappropriate." And then she just leaves.
Now, she also happened to mention, like, oh yeah, when she gets sick, she's a little loopy. She probably won't remember what happened the next day.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't.
It's
be
getting
that
a
level.
little too.
I wouldn't be that. In fact, I really wouldn't be any level. As much as I make jokes, I'm usually not like gonna. I'm not hugely going to encourage premarital shenanigans. You know, I think the most was a time when someone was like, "Oh, I want to, have sex with my boyfriend, but I don't have condoms," and then I'd be, I was like, "I could get you condoms if you need them. Like, I'd rather you be safe." But all in all, I think it's a bad idea. But of the two options that you're giving me here,
Oh yeah, but I wasn't that like a thing so she could test him or something.
that's still a risky test.
It is.
You're putting a horny teenager in that kind of scenario.
Yeah, the whole thing throughout the thing was just like, doesn't she know I exerted my full power as a man to not do anything? And I'm like, well, you have to exert your full power not to be a perv.
Yeah, right.
Teenage boy though.
Teenage boys, yeah.
Alrighty then. Let's see here. Zero Aura wants to know our thoughts on Doctor Who.
Love it.
Haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not caught up to it, so asterisks on that.
It was cool when I watched it.
David Tennant era is still the best. Dr. Donna.
I was there for that.
Dr. Donna is best.
That was also good.
Oh, let's see here. Buggin wants to know if you two are a fan of yaoi anime and manga.
Maybe. You can't prove anything.
And Zero Aura says yaoi te nani.
You don't need to know.
That's our business.
There was a time, I think I was on Silver's stream, and I actually had to text him to tell him to change the subject because I was getting very uncomfortable questions from the people in the chat.
Oh,
Like they're basically like, "What's a yaoi paddle?" And I'm like,
There's a
Silver,
whole story
I
about
was like,
the yaoi
"Can
paddle.
you guys change subjects? Like, I don't know the age of the people I am educating on this. Can we talk about?"
they're gonna discover my secret past life.
No, I
My
don't care
horrible,
about me.
tragic
It's
backstory.
like, for all I know, this is a 12-year-old asking me about this type of stuff. I'm like, these are conversations they should have with their parents. I'm not checking their ID, but I don't trust it.
You invented the yaoi paddle, didn't you, sweetie? I knew it.
No, that was before my time, but I wasn't against the idea.
Oh yeah, I missed out on the yaoi paddle era. They had to be banned. They're banned from everywhere now.
Yeah, they're banned.
Deckard Spade says favorite Final Fantasy.
Never played.
Do Kingdom Hearts count?
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts 2 then.
All right.
Because I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3 yet.
Spencer says less yaoi, more moe.
Both.
I am Moe.
Yeah, both is the answer to that.
I don't know. I'm getting sick and tired of all these characters looking like owl monkeys.
Yeah, she'd probably just knock it on the anime style again.
And Buckin says, have you ever wanted to do a bucket to the face with silver? Yes. I think whatever him and I made together would be really good. We just haven't had a chance to do anything. And I also don't think he's really down for collaborations anymore.
They're very stressful on him.
yeah, he used to do so many, but I'm like, dude.
And every time he did, he'd be like, "Oh my god, if I never do another collaboration again, it'll be too soon."
Collaborations
And then he would
can be
immediately
hard
set
to
the
do
sign up
because
for
I've
one.
done a ton of collaborations too, and I think he probably had more of a problem of people asking him for a collaboration than I did. But whenever, with very few exceptions, whenever I tried to ask somebody for a collaboration, they just did everything in their power to make it difficult for me.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest, Silverquill makes it difficult on himself. Because if he decides to do a collaboration with someone, and let's say for instance, he did a collaboration with you, and you're like, "Here are all my poses," and he'd go, "Thanks," and he would draw his own set because he wants everything to be in the same style. So even though you've brought your own poses, he is going to need to create poses for you before he even begins editing the video.
Yeah, which is nuts, and
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't do that myself. Additionally, like, I mean, granted, this isn't everybody else because yeah, there were a lot of people with a lot of different styles.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have needed to have done that with me. I use a puppet.
No.
It's in the same style.
No, he would need to draw it himself. Like, have been
Oh,
times
man.
when it's still... Like, anytime my OC shows up in a video, it's a one he's created. It's not one of my OCs, which are usually show style. He has to make
Yeah,
it in
that's
his
crazy.
style. Yeah.
That's too much.
Yes, I love the man, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
The man, myth, the legend.
Oh.
Also on
The man, the myth, the legend. Yes, noise. She's beautiful.
I have very I ask people to record and submit their audio to me in a very particular way that makes
I gotta fix
editing easier. But very few people. I think, Sweetie, you were one of the only people that was actually able to accurately follow the instructions. Did so, and it would add hours and hours to the editing time.
To be fair, I don't know. I'd read his instructions and be like, okay, do it like this, do it like this. All right, I'm good. But then
Yeah.
he's like, nope, it's wrong. But then he doesn't ask you to like redo it or anything.
No, why would I do that? That's a horrible thing. I've only had to ask somebody to redo a recording, I think twice or three times, and it was usually minor. So wait, I had to record with who was it? I had to record with Red Palette, with Hungry Soma, and with oh gosh, who was the pink rainbow dash, the white and yellow rainbow dash recolor, Rosie Sievers, because the three of them didn't really have a lot of experience in acting, so I kind of had to direct them as we were doing their recordings, and that wasn't too bad. Rosie Sievers was really bad because she had a grandfather clock in the same room as her microphone, and I had to scrub out every single one of those ticks
Oof.
over like 40 audio files, and I was insane by the end of it.
Yeah, I'm usually like to follow directions that I'm given. If I'm not given them, though, I will sometimes go to my defaults, which is usually what we do to record for TF2. So I think there was one time I sent you lines, like, and you hadn't reminded me what your rules were. So I just kind of sent you out. It's like, oh, you made three, you said each line 3 times. I'm like, yeah, oh, that's not what you do. My bad.
Nah. And it's and the stuff that I ask is just makes it easier. Like nobody's ever, I don't know why I said that. Very few people have been able to match them perfectly, but you know what? It's just stuff that makes it easier for me. Like if they're in separate audio files, it's easier for me to organize and know what's where. If they're already normalized and edited to the best of your ability, that takes that time off of me. Yeah, so it's not a huge deal. And if you picked out your best lines, then that makes everything easier too.
Yeah.
So everyone look at Twilight Sparkle. Yay.
Yeah, she done?
I would make her cutie mark, but I remember that was a bitch.
That
so
was a bitch.
Here, you
So,
can have that.
okay, sounds like
Have fun with it.
plan. I don't know who I'm gonna give it to, but
I don't know. It's
who
not
likes
my,
Twilight?
it's not my best. I'll be honest. But whatever.
No. I think it looks lovely. I'm just like, whose favorite pony is Twilight? I can only think of one person, and they're not someone I'm on speaking terms with.
We'll give it to Silver and be like, look, it's Luna.
I think he'll know the difference.
I don't think
He'll
I
still
think he's too
appreciate it though.
casual.
That's
I
the
think
thing. He'll be like, "Cool, thanks," and I'm like, "Bastard! You
I
can't
think he's
troll
too
him with
casual
gifts.
of a
It's
fan to
really
know
hard."
the difference between Twilight and Luna. There's no way he'll know.
Yeah, no, it would be really hard to troll Silver with gifts because he'd be grateful for pretty much anything you gave him. So you can't be like, "Here's a." I think Kichi tried that. Like she got these like canes that she was gonna give to Anthony, Silver, and Dusty as sort of like, haha, you're old, but each of them like appreciated the heck out of it. She's like, damn it.
Don't like
I don't like my troll gifts. You're supposed to be mad and like all salty and stuff. And Anthony loved it to high heaven. He's like, I've got a cane. I'm like, oh god.
Oh man, I'm gonna like I want to do something with them that I did to Bronny with the cat swim trunks and
Yes.
the pussy shirt.
There you go.
That was great. You got
Okay.
a full room to freaking react to that. It was awesome.
I feel like even then, like the pussy shirt would be something he would laugh at, would not wear in public, but would laugh at.
He'd love it.
He would secretly
worn-
love it, but he wasn't.
I've
He wouldn't
worn
wear
the
it
pussy
in
shirt out in
cons as
public.
children.
Bronny doesn't do that either.
Yeah, because children.
He wears it as a nightshirt.
Seems legit.
But I did wear it out in public once. When I was coming back from BronyCon, I wore it, and then like whenever we had to stop to get gas, I'd go inside and pay for the gas, and I always got one comment on it. The cashier was always like, "I love your shirt," or "Your shirt is hilarious." Oh geez. Canes are awesome though. Like you can't really troll a guy with a cane. Because we all secretly think that canes are really cool and that we would always walk with them if we could.
Yeah.
Don't worry, honey.
You
One
know,
day
if
you'll
it was
be
still
old for
if
real.
it was still fashionable to do so.
I thought for a second when my ankle was injured, I'm like, I could get a cane, and I saw those canes that they have at the drugstore, and one of them was like had like rose print on it, and like that's so cool. And then I checked the price tag, went hiya, and put it back. I was like, no.
Was it
That
like $80 or something?
No, it was like 100. I was like, if this was something that I was gonna use for the rest of my life, like totally that'd be worth it. But since this is like a temporary injury, heck no. Not gonna have them.
They had some really nice canes at Gatorland, and I was like, oh, but I don't need a cane anymore. But it was more so like I don't want to spend another $40
Yeah.
right now.
Especially since that trip was all on him.
Good gracious.
Yeah, I spoiled the heck out of her, and it was awesome.
Oh.
Oh no, you got it wet. How did you get it wet?
There we go. I washed it.
Ah.
That's what I had to use 2 machines today because I told you about the bug bites I was getting, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, obviously I had to clean all those stuffed animals. Let's see this one. There you go. Good man.
Yeah.
Figured I'd just fix some plushies while we have time. We still got like a little more than 15 minutes.
So yeah, I guess the next step is for me to buy the ingredients needed for Princess Luna.
Yeah.
Tell me your secrets. Okay. Materials. You've got the hook. Okay. Dark purple and lavender. Black and white felt. Embroidery floss in white, black, and dark blue.
Do you think he might like button eyes?
Who?
Silverquill, because that's who you want to give Princess Luna to. Right?
Yes.
You think he'd like button eyes for the plushie? Because I feel like they look better than the felt ones, and like felt ones have like very varying degrees with quality.
Sure.
And you don't have to paste those on. You sew them on.
You
They
sew them
don't
on.
come off as easy.
Works
so
for me.
yeah, I'll pick up some.
And
else.
I can try and do some of the embroidery needed for the cutie mark.
Oh yeah, that'd be helpful.
I like, it's been a while since I've done embroidery, so that's why I left it to you. And when I realized you had no experience, I was like, oh, okay then. I was like, well,
It was a pain in the ass,
Yeah.
girl.
I was like, I haven't embroidered in like 10 years, and you're like, I never have. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
It came out pretty well for
It
someone who
did,
had never
yeah,
embroidered.
it really did. Honestly, you should take it up.
Oh
But I was like, man, last time I embroidered was like even before I crocheted. So I was like, yeah, Heather's got all this. I'm like, oh wait, never mind.
Heather is handy, but she ain't God.
So I was like, all right, I'll embroider the.
I like
Don't get me wrong. I'll be probably in my room cussing up a storm, be like, didn't it work? Do the thing.
It's a
How did I
pain.
do this.
Yeah. This is my
Sweetie, I'll get you one of those like computer automated embroidery machines that you like upload a picture to and then put it in the thread and it handles it for you.
We are not making a business out of this.
I would like one of those machines to make buttons.
Oh, what they're not all that.
Like
They're only
just a
two.
button
They're
press?
only
Those
about
are pretty small and cheap.
they're only about $2,000. I can do that for you.
$2,000 for the button press?
Not the button
No.
press. That's like $20 if you get a small.
Get me a button
Hand
press.
press.
I can just draw pictures and then put them on the buttons.
Yeah. That's far cheaper. I've been tempted to do that myself, except I'm not an artist, and so I'd have no real reason.
No, I'm talking about. I was talking about the automatic embroidery machine.
We know. We moved on while you were talking about that.
Yep.
My poor nephew. I gotta give him back this toy, but I want to give it back in good condition because I have just a bag of plushies here that my nephews would give me because like I make them plushies, and then like buttons would fall out or something.
Maybe I'll just like.
This is
Anyway.
Golden Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's, if
There
you
you
were
go.
wondering. And the other guy was Pyro from Team Fortress. I made this one just for myself. It's one of the few projects I did just for myself because I liked Pyro a lot.
Works for me.
Emerald Spencer says, on the topic of clothes, I saw a MAGA cap in the wild today. First one I've seen in person.
You know what? I've never seen anybody wear that hat.
Yeah, I've never seen one in person either. Now
Do
I think
people
about
even
it.
wear the hats?
I mean, some
I
people
have.
must.
I have seen.
I should wear mine more
t-shirts for our
often.
local elections around the dealership for the old people that are there getting their car serviced.
You say you should.
No, I've seen it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you were going to do that. I'm like, there may be rules at your workplace about doing
No,
that.
I see old
Okay.
people who are getting their car serviced have what the fuck is that one guy's name?
Biden.
Mark Kelly.
Oh,
shirts.
Mark Kelly. Everybody's all up in arms about Mark Kelly. Like, I feel like I see more stuff about Mark Kelly than I do about the presidential election. I'm like,
It's probably
gosh
just,
darn.
I don't know, I feel like it's localization or something of the ads because I see it on TV,
Yeah.
I see it on my YouTube,
Yeah.
I see it everywhere. Like, okay, Google, I know you know where I live. Can you
Yes,
just shut
I
up?
am. I'm like, oh my god, guys, calm yourselves. It's like, Mark Kelly is, it's like, Mark Kelly's the devil. Mark Kelly is gone. Mark Kelly is getting in the way of my show. Move on.
Oh, geez, that's rough.
Okay, so I think this guy doesn't have anything wrong with him.
Yay.
He's just really got all these frizzies all over him.
Well, he old.
He is old. I made him, oh my god, he was one of the first things I made, so this doll is very old.
Nice.
Begorna wants to know how we're doing today.
Doing all right. I don't know if you noticed, I woke up really late today.
I did. By the way, apologies for stepping into your room real quick. I was.
You did?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I woke you up subconsciously because like you twitched slightly. I'm like, I don't know what she saw me. But no, I had to grab a knife to get for insulin.
She was in my bed?
Well, not in your bed, but she did try to come into your room as like a, sanctuary. And I'm like, yeah, no, yoink.
Oh no, okay, I didn't wake up at all. I didn't know you did that. I was dead asleep.
Okay, because I was like,
Is that a
I
fly
don't like.
over there?
Yes.
Grab the thing.
Oh.
I have it hanging right there. I want to see if your aim's better than mine.
Probably not.
I killed one today.
Okay.
You got it? Oh yeah!
Score.
Here you go.
Ah, gracious, now I have to fish it out of wherever the heck its body fell.
Yeah,
Please hold.
Please make sure it didn't get into a Christmas present.
I make no promises. Oh, no, I see it. It's on the carpet.
Yeah, I'm just killing them whenever I can.
Come here, you.
Geez, that's no good.
Yeah, just throw it in the trash right there.
Okay.
Buckin wants to know if we are Mini-Q fans.
What's Mini Q?
Mini-Q?
It's a-
Mini-Q?
It's a Pokemon.
Yeah, the one that's trying to look like Pikachu. Yeah,
Yeah, that one's cute.
he's adorable.
Oh, this is, I forget what his name is from Paw Patrol.
Oh, Marshall.
Marshall from Paw Patrol.
Gee, actually, can I use that for Halloween? I mean, I'm gonna have the day off of work, but
Yeah, sure, what are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be, Ryder. So.
Oh my god, yeah, you can use it, just bring it right back. It's my nephew's. I'm
Well,
gonna
no,
give it
I'm
back
gonna
to
be
him.
here.
Oh, you're gonna be here, yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just like hold it nice.
Is there
for my
anything
costume.
wrong with him? Can you, I don't remember
As far as what he looks like?
No, like, is there
Oh.
a string loose or anything? I know, like, he doesn't look that great. Like
I
said,
was like, he looks like a Dalmatian in a fire. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh, there's a little string loose here.
Oh, okay.
So I just gotta tuck that into something.
Okay.
actually.
I'll let you actually, make
Yeah.
it pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
But-
No, like I know he doesn't look amazing. Like I said, these were like some of the first things I made were gifts for my nephews.
Very cute.
Hey Heather,
Yeah,
guess
I
what?
think it is. What? No! Last 10 minutes of the stream. Last 10 minutes of the stream. Not so many
minutes of the
consequences or
stream.
concerns. Hold your silence until the next stream. Shut the fuck up, Bronny.
Yeah, basically. Last 10 minutes of Bronny shutting the hell up.
Last 10 minutes of the stream. Last 10 minutes of the stream.
Shut up.
Bronny's gonna be single any moment.
He really tests my patience, sweetie. I don't know why you did this to me.
Because I love you.
You do not. Want to see me suffer?
Heather,
I
if
mean,
you
it is
can't
amusing
handle
for me a
me
lot.
at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
Don't you white girl me.
Oh, jeez. Buckin wants to know if you girls get trick-or-treaters.
Ooh,
We better not this year.
Yeah.
But actually, usually no. At least I've never had them knock on the door.
Sometimes our stuff goes missing, like the stuff
Yeah.
we left in the balls. So someone came.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's I feel like last Halloween I was working, so I'm not certain.
I think I wasn't here. Where was I?
No, I think you were, but I think you were working.
Was I working? I don't know.
Mm.
I don't remember.
No,
last
yeah,
year.
maybe. Oh, last year was Was that last year or the year before? I'm losing
no
track
idea.
of time.
No, it was
Because
the
last
wedding.
year was
The
a wedding, yeah. So I wasn't here, so I have no idea. Last year I think I was at my dad's for Halloween, and we got a couple, and then I was like, oh no, I've got a whole bowl all to myself. How dare. Watching Hocus Pocus on loop. So I wasn't here for that. I don't know where you were. Were you here?
No, remember I was at the wedding too? It was Josh and Ari's wedding.
No, Halloween was,
Yeah.
that's right. Josh and Ari's wedding was after Halloween.
Yeah.
And then the Halloween before was Will and Katie's. Okay, I'm getting... So I don't think I've actually been in town for a Halloween. I think I've been in LA for
Our
every
stuff
Halloween, I
like,
guess.
we
So
just know that the thing was
you
empty
know
when
what
we
we
came
have to
back.
do if we get married, right? We got to have it on Halloween.
No.
Actually, no, we can't do that because my sister's birthday is Halloween,
Yeah.
and that's probably...
Don't do that.
I don't know when we should get married.
Well, it's up to you because obviously the most popular time to get married is the summer. And that's because a lot of people have the most time off during the summer. But that also means that everything is usually more expensive during the summer.
Then we should do it like maybe spring or fall.
Those are good choices.
Maybe spring. I was wondering if we should keep like the day we started dating, so like we'd remember the same date.
Yeah, you could
It'd
do
be
that.
It'd be March 14th, Pi Day.
Pie day. Yeah, you could do a pie day wedding. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that could be good. The only thing about it is that it's the day before Brandon's birthday.
Oh well.
Sorry, Brandon, you don't get a birthday. So yeah, he's good to go.
Sweet. I mean, he could stay with you. It just like when I come in for the stream, I'll just.
Yeah, you'll have it.
I'll
Yeah, that's
hack
good.
in.
That's good. Let's see what else do I got in here. Actually, I think I just have a bunch of old yarn. Pink. This is some
In case we
stuff
want to
that
make
was
a Fluttershy down the line.
one of my. Oh, I actually have made a Fluttershy. She's over there.
Oh, true. I meant in this pattern, but that is also true.
This stuff is some of my grandpa's. One of his girlfriends left all this stuff at his house,
Oh,
so she made all this. I know how to make popcorn stitches though.
nice.
Don't know what she was trying to make though, like because a lot of
So-
this is unfinished.
Heather, I've got
Oh,
some
she
bad
made a
news
little
for you.
coat. Yeah, that's cute,
Looks like for a doll though, or a very very small child.
baby.
True.
Heather, I've got some bad news for you.
Last 5 minutes of the stream.
No, because
Nope.
it's not quite there yet. But the next year Pi Day is on Sunday, and then we're not getting another one that's like on a weekend until like for another 7 years.
Well, it's not like you guys are moving at the speed of light anyway.
Let's see. Oh, she made a whole thing out for a baby.
Aw, that's cute.
She was really talented. I gotta give her that.
Mm-hmm.
I think her name was Marge. Jacket. Well, I guess I didn't have a whole bunch of unfinished projects. I just knocked them all out right now.
Nice.
They're honestly little.
Bagorna says, "Can you say that you love someone if you don't even give them a coxina?"
A
A
what?
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 She made
Get-
roses.
Aw.
English, Bigorna. This is America. We
How is
speak
it
English
spelled?
here. Now it's the last 5 minutes of the stream. Last
Any
5
last
minutes of
minute
the
comments,
stream.
questions, or concerns? Please bring them now. Forever hold your silence until the next stream. Is that ever gonna not be funny for you? What am I gonna do with this?
It will always be hilarious. I will get endless amusement out of it. Primarily at your expense.
Yeah, that's the problem,
Booker.
basically.
I should just sew these together and make a quilt. Look at this.
Good, yeah.
Look at that.
It's very pretty.
Very talented. I would just feel bad because people are like, oh, you made this, and like, well, someone made the squares and I sewed them together. So,
Same difference.
God, she had enough to make a quilt.
She did have enough to make a quilt. That may have
Jesus.
been what she was up to.
One night, just gonna sew all this together. It's on my to-do list. Make me give this freaking thing a head.
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
Yeah. I don't know.
She may have had like a plastic head, maybe that she
I
was
think
gonna
I
stuff
remember.
in there.
I think she had little piggies' heads in here.
That's not terrifying.
No, it's okay.
Clothespin.
Yeah. Let's see here. So what's the plan for next week?
I don't know.
Well, I can probably head over to Michael's and grab some more yarn for Luna if you don't have anything else in the.
Oh, I found balloons. These are mine.
Okay.
But yeah, that's I guess she didn't have any more heads. I remember she had little piggy heads in something, so I'll see if I can find it. Yeah. Oh, she made a tiny bear.
Aw, that's so cute.
I know, right?
Oh, it's a pin.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah. Thanks, Marge. Even though she probably didn't mean to give this to me.
So cute.
Yeah. Okay, I'll shove all this in and I'll just have it on my to-do list. Make a quilt. Don't know what
And
for.
get a pig head apparently.
Little piggy head. Give that to someone, I guess. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. There was a thing I had, a big thing that she had made. It was a clown. Would have creeped the crap out of you. Nice hat.
Yes, I stole it.
I don't know. So I guess it was made for a baby.
Yeah, this I could totally see actually fitting a human child. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I made this rainbow thing. It was supposed to be like a cupcake top to a thing. It was because there was instructions I saw online to like get a yogurt container, stretch this over the lid, and then do a thing around it, and it would be like a cute little container. But it didn't work out that way. So now I'll just put this on a baby or something.
There you go.
It goes on babies.
We need more babies. Start making them.
Who's having babies?
No.
I could totally see it's like, Bronny, we need to have a baby. Why? Because I've got all this baby clothes. I need to put it on something.
Well, my brother Alexander is married and has not had a baby yet, so I'm waiting on that.
There we go.
She said they'd have babies after they turn 30.
Why?
Bigorna says, anyway, Bronny should do the totally original thing that no one has thought of before and propose to Heather at a Brony
Oh yeah, at a
convention.
panel. I remember people like, wouldn't you like a guy to propose you to panel? I'm like, oh, like every other guy has ever done,
Yeah, because I'm like a part of me is like, that's nice, but I'd like something a little original.
right? And a little less, I don't know. Like for me, it's like, well, isn't it great because it was so public? I'm like, that's what would make me uncomfortable, having it so public.
I want something romantic.
We'll have to think about it, Bronny. But it's got to be something like.
I have some ideas.
Okay, good.
But he's not going to tell me because he wants it to be a surprise, obviously.
Yes, obviously. That's the whole point.
I'm gonna get you when you least expect it.
Alright, but it better not be after a mean prank or you said you were going to do something awesome and then you didn't.
Yeah, don't troll if you could. Like troll in a good way.
I'm gonna tell her that I'm gonna
Yeah.
do something awesome, but instead I'm gonna propose to her.
No. Do the opposite. Tell her that it's gonna be a very mundane. I'm sorry, honey, I couldn't afford much, and then like take her to a private concert with fireworks and then propose. Like that's the type of trolling you need to do.
Yeah,
Put her
that kind.
expectations low, and then sweep her off her feet.
Yeah, you don't even have to do the concert thing. Like, yeah, put my expectations low and then like make me super happy. Is that so hard?
Right?
I know now what I must do.
Okay.
Okay, so the stream is over, which is cool. Which is cool. We did some stuff. We finished Twilight Sparkle. Bring her out here. Where the hell is she? There she is. She's cool. She's all being her best self. It's great. So, and let's say goodnight to everybody in alphabetical order. Bronny, you first.
Good night.
Alright, sweetie.
Oh, night.
And I will say goodnight. And thank you guys for showing up to the stream. I'm so glad we got this PC built. So now I'll be streaming regularly like this again. Aren't we glad to get back to the old format? Wonderful. So,
Home sweet home.
I want to take this moment to thank my patrons, Emerald Spencer especially, because he helped me out with this entire process of building the PC and whatnot. So big thanks to him, and thanks to DJ Skywalker. And if you feel like going on my Patreon, it's in the description. For just $10 for whatever, you can get into my Discord server. We can hang out and chat. Or you can, for even less than that, you can get a kazoo cover. And with my PC up and running, I have no excuses. I gotta start getting Emerald Spencer's kazoo cover out, and that's gonna be awesome. So with that, it's been a nice stream, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Good night. You know what I'd like to fix?